Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another story time video, and as you can tell by the title, this is the time that I was scammed by a motherfucking casting agency. Bitch, you better be on your feet running away, because if I find you... Okay, well, my hair. This happened back in 2013, and I'm the type of person where I get into ruts like really easily, and I get very bored in my life sometimes, which is like really sad, like cue the violins. I know that you guys probably can relate to me. Sometimes you just get bored in your life and you're just like, oh my god, what am I doing? And you like want to do like things on impulse just to make your life more exciting. Like I go through that at least like once a week. Back in 2013, I was in beauty school. I was studying beauty therapy, and I think at this point I was like maybe halfway through the year or something like that. I was just sitting there one day and I was like, I'm really effing bored with my life. Like I want something new to happen with my life and something exciting. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just so over everything. I just want something exciting. I was like, I feel like I am just meant for so much more than what I'm doing right now. Literally, I hadn't even like finished beauty school. Like there goes that. But I was like, I just deserve something more. I just want something more in life. And off and on throughout my life, I have often thought about like acting, which I don't even know why, to be honest with you, because even though like I do YouTube, which is in front of a camera and everything, I don't know how well I would go like acting. I'm really bad at remembering like things, like I can't remember shit, so I don't know how good I'd be at remembering lines. And then B, I feel like I'd be really shy around people that were watching me, and I'd probably laugh. So I was sort of like, I really don't know why I even want to do this, but I just had this moment of crazy, this moment of madness, and I was like, I really want to be an actress. So I was looking up, like, I think I was watching Home and Away at the time, and I was looking up like how people on Home and Away got into acting, and I was looking up different acting schools. I was like really into it. I'm like I just want to be on the screen, bitch. I believe that this is possibly something for me to do. I came across this thing, and I think it was on like a job site, like a job recruitment site or whatever. And it was for this company, and they basically said, I don't know how I found it. I think maybe I was looking up like performing arts jobs or something, like where's my qualification? Nowhere. And I saw this thing come along, and it was for this company, and it was like, come and join our company and be an actress or a model or do extra work on TV, all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Like Jesus has just come down and given me this opportunity, and it's my calling. It is right there in front of me. Let me have a look. So I go onto the site and I'm like looking, whatever. They're basically just saying that like they always look for people like of any age, any gender, any race, any size, like whatever, to recruit and kind of like, you know, employ into their company. It was like an agency, like an actual agency. Well, it wasn't an actual agency, but it was an agency. And, you know, people to come on and kind of, you know, do modeling work and extras on TV and acting work and all this sort of stuff. So I emailed them, and then they got back to me pretty soon after, and they said that part of the application process was that I had to send them a bit about, you know, why I wanted to get into the industry, if I had any experience, and also I had to send them some photos. So I had to send them a headshot, and then I had to send them like a body shot, and they didn't have to be professional. It just had to be so that they could see like what I looked like and whatever. So I sat there with my webcam on my Mac desktop computer, and I took a photo of my face and my entire body wearing this maxi dress from JJ's. Like, I kid you fucking not. I'm sitting there like taking this photo like, model, like I'm gonna come here, model. I take that and I send them in, and I just give them a little bit of a bio about myself and whatever, and I made up some bullshit like I've always wanted to get into the industry and whatever, which is like totally a lie. I was just going through a phase. Anyway, so they get back to me and they're like, you know, you've been accepted into our program. We don't, you know, offer this to everybody. We just really like the look of you, and we think that we could get you a lot of work. Which, for starters, I mean, surely that's bullshit. I'm sure that there are other people out there that probably deserved it way more than me and had way more experience. But they said to me that I was one of a very small group of people in Australia that had been chosen to come into their company. You can only imagine my dumb ass when I got this email. I was ringing up my mum. I was ringing up the guy that I was talking to. I was ringing up my best friend, and I'm like, you will never believe me. See you bitches, I'm famous. I was just going for it. Like, I was so excited. So anyways, I got a phone call from this company, and it was a woman, and she was New Zealand. She had a New Zealand accent, and she was on the phone to me talking to me about the whole thing. And she was telling me about, you know, congratulations, like, we're so glad that you're going to join us and whatever. And she's like, we're going to give you so many opportunities for acting work and modeling work and extra work and whatever. Like, the more opportunities that you take, the, you know, better it will be in the future to get jobs. And she's like, but you can get anywhere from like $100 for a job to $3,000 to $10,000. Like, she was going ham, telling me like all of this stuff, and I'm like, what am I even doing here? Like, I'm almost about to pack my bags, about to like go to friggin' LA, because I was like, well, I'm set now for life, you know, like $10,000, great, thank you, give me that. She was like, now the next step of the process is that we do have a fee that we charge all of our applicants to pay, which basically enables us to put you on a casting agency website so that you'll get jobs. She's like, so it's $300. I was like, that's fine. It's fine, no worries. I'm going to be a star. I'll make that in 2 seconds. And then we put you up in this casting site and people will contact you for work. I'm like, okay. So at the time I was obviously in beauty school, so I couldn't afford it. So I rang my mum up and I'm like, you know, you'll never believe what's happened. I'm like, this is really what I want to be doing. Like, I could be earning big bucks. Can I borrow $300 and, you know, whatever. So she's like, okay, I'll transfer them. They gave me like bank details to like give it to them. So she transferred $300 to this company via her account. Like, bless her cotton socks. We did that, and then they're like, okay, we're going to set you up on this casting website now, so here we go. So they gave me like a login and whatever, and then they said, we're going to upload these photos that you've sent us onto the casting site. You just have to fill out a little bit of information and whatever. And then so she does all that, and she puts me up on this website, and then I'm looking through like all of the jobs that are listed on this casting site, because this was a legitimate casting site where people go and say like, we want people from this age to come and do some extra work, or we want people from this age and this age to be in this. And some of the jobs are unpaid. A lot of the jobs are unpaid. It's just more like experience to get like a portfolio set up for yourself. I call her, I think I called her back, or I emailed her back or something like that after a while, and I was like, so do you find me like the work? And she's like, well, what you can do is you can go into this casting site and you can look up jobs and you can apply for jobs and stuff. The more jobs that you do, the more known you'll be, and then it'll be easier for us to get you jobs and to contact people and get you jobs. And I'm like, so essentially what you're saying is that you said that you were going to do all of the work, but you ain't. She's like, you know, go on there, have a look at different jobs, take as many jobs as you can get, and then the more that you do, the more likely that, you know, different agents and different producers and all this sort of stuff will be in contact with us, and we can pass on your information and get you jobs. So I'm like, okay, so I'm looking at all of these jobs, and they're all in like the cities, and like nothing that I can really do easily. So anyways, I'm kind of like, okay, this is silly. And I sort of like looked at some of the jobs, and it sent me to a page on this casting site to say that I had to pay a monthly fee. I think it was about $12 or $13 every single month, or a yearly fee, in order to be able to actually apply for jobs and to see all of the jobs that were offered. So basically, this bitch had set me up on this site. She'd already taken $300 off me, and she hadn't told me about the hidden fee of the $12, $13 that I had to pay on this casting site. My foot's asleep. Holy shit. I got back to her and I was like, oh, I have to pay this fee. And she's like, yes, that's right. Like, we don't pay for that. You have to pay for that. And then she's like, you are more likely to get jobs if you have professional photos, so I would suggest that you go and get a photo shoot with a professional photographer and make a portfolio so that you can put this up on the site. And I'm like, oh, okay, so how do I do that? And she's like, I'll give you a name of some of our photographers around your area. All of these people were in the city that she sent me. And anyways, I ended up contacting one of them, and I was like, hey, like, I'm looking to get a portfolio done, whatever. It was going to be like literally like $300 to $500 for a photo shoot portfolio of different photos. And I'm like, this is so ridiculous. So I was on this site for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, I think. And I was kind of like, you know what? These people have not been in contact with me again. I'm paying $12 to $13 a month to be on this site. I can't get any jobs. And I also probably will not be given any jobs because I don't have experience and I don't have a portfolio in which I'm going to have to pay $300 to $500 to get. So anyway, my mum ended up calling me and she's like, hey, you know, how's that thing going? Like, have they been in contact with you? And I'm like, no, like they haven't spoken to me since I talked to them on the phone. And my mum was like, well, my bank just got in contact with me and they thought it was weird that I had given money to this company. It was like out of ordinary or out of character. So they wanted to just ring up and kind of confirm that I had sent it on purpose. And I had told them, like, this is my mum talking, I had told the bank that it was this company, this, you know, agency that my daughter was with. And they basically turned around and said that it was pretty much not a legitimate company. And there had been issues with this before about money being sent and things being strange on their side. And my mum got refunded the $300. So basically, I don't know who that New Zealand bitch was, but if I find her, I could not believe it. I was like, my hopes and dreams crashed, bitch. I was like, I can't get over this. Like, I thought I was going to be on the stage. I thought I was going to be in lights. But no. But it just goes to show, if something is too good to be true, it probably is. Don't think that everything is going to be peaches and cream, because it isn't. And in that sort of industry, it is so hard to get into that if you could literally just sign up with an agency and put a photo of you in a JJ Maxi dress and get $10,000, you're probably getting fucked. Anyways, that is basically it for this video. I just thought I would share that little experience and just be careful about trying to get into that, because I'm sure a lot of you are like, I want to be on Home and Away and I want to be in TV shows, and it is just not that easy to just go into it like that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter, even though I don't post on there. And let me know in the comments any sort of video recommendations that you would like me to film, and I will get to that, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.